Hey, the 3200, you know how we connect. 3200 Magnolia was the address. Beaumont, Texas, had to do it like that. Wanna welcome everybody to the podcast. Plenty stories that we gotta explore. From the views of husbands, fathers, entrepreneurs, baby fathers and workers. I know this though for certain. You gon' laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for sure. 32 double O, let's go. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for sure. 32 double O, let's go. Hey, yeah, make sure that you turn it up. Get the talking, ain't no topic that we do not discuss. Yeah, everything and nothing at the same time. Good vibes, tune in, cause you know it's going down. 3200.
It's going down. And you know we about to clown. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody, man. It's me and Go Vote or Die Trying. And we got Black Ike. Of course, Leo's not here because he's trick-or-treating, but he ain't got no kids. They all grown-ass kids. I guess he trick-or-treating with dogs, with dog treats. I don't know.
I don't know.
He's a weirdo. Trick-or-treating with Transformers. I don't know. No one knows. But he ain't here. Chris ain't here. He out. He's sick. But we'll talk about that later on. I'm gonna bring that back up. But yeah, it's the survivors, man. The two younger brothers, but we're the more consistent. How's your week?
Oh, it's good, man. I think Chris didn't really want to talk about this game we about to have Sunday. Watch next week if they so happen to beat us. Then he want to jump on with.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Everybody don't want to show up until they know for sure they got the dub. But you know, it is what it is.
Oh yeah. It's doing good, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna talk about a subject that no one likes to talk about except for Isaac. And I think that's another reason why Chris ain't on the show. Or Leo ain't on the show. But we're gonna talk about these elections, man. You know, this election madness, man. That's what we're gonna talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about, of course, is always something funny. I mean, Ike, what's the craziest stuff you saw this whole election?
I just say before we get started in that, hey, make sure you go. Early vote ends tomorrow. I believe the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. In Texas there. I'm pretty sure that's just about everywhere, but I know for sure Texas, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure you go cast your vote, get your early voting done. And then election day is Tuesday. So if you hadn't early voted by now, make sure you go in Tuesday, cast your vote, make your vote count. It's a presidential election, but you got a whole bunch of other stuff going on too with your judges, state senators, state representatives, all of that stuff. Hey, all of that stuff is important because we see how things have turned and where the power and control goes to if you don't make your person president, the right senators, and you vote judges in, you have control where it stops a lot of that from having power. So get out, vote. The only person I'm gonna tell you not to vote for is Ted Cruz. Anybody else, I don't care who you vote for, but get Ted Cruz out of there. He's done a horrible job for 12 years, man. Get Ted Cruz out of there. Man, I guess we start with just last week, man, with the Trump rally and the comedian Tony goes to Tony, man. He had some stuff. He's a roast man if you don't know, but I guess he offended the whole Puerto Rico, the Mexicans. He offended just about everybody.
You kind of breaking up, right? You kind of breaking up. I think what Isaac was saying was about the comedian that everyone's talking about, the roasting guy. Everybody's, that's been the highlight of that New York rally that Donald Trump had. You moving now? I think we can hear you a little better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now? Yeah. The comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, killed Tony. He had some words to say about. I think he offended the whole territory of Puerto Rico, the Mexican brothers, black. The Jew. He had a lot to say about a little bit of everybody, man. And I think the Puerto Ricans are really upset. He called Puerto Rico an island of trash. He said something about the Mexicans having a lot of kids. And said they don't know how to pull out. He said pull out of country. He actually bombed on his thing, on his set.
Yeah, and that's what I think people fail to realize. They didn't know who he was, so they didn't know that's what he does. Roasters, they're gonna offend everything they can think about and everybody. So I think a perfect example was Michael Blackson. He posted something from them just to kind of back it, like, hey, this ain't the first time he spoke like this, and it's just comedy. Don't take it too personal.
Yeah. I think I did. He is what is. I seen him on the. The Tom. If you thought that was bad, go back and watch that Tom Brady roast, and he was way worse on that. He was way worse on that than he was that. I just think it was just poor execution. I don't know who planned it, but you should don't plan. If you're gonna get a comedian, get a comedian. If you're gonna get a roaster, have him roasting. You know what I mean? He should have been roasting Trump and Vance. You know what I mean? Instead of roasting like everybody else. You know what I mean? The voters. And then here's the thing. Trump's wife she's against bullying. That's her whole campaign. And this guy just bullied a whole territory. And he just bullied everybody. I think they just I don't blame the comedian, because the comedian does what he does. That's the kind of comedian he is. He's a roasted comedian. I don't blame him, but I blame the organizers. Like, why would you even bring a roasted comedian to your rally to do that? And then did nobody ask what he was going to talk about, or look over his stuff, or give him an idea what they wanted him to do? I don't know. It was wild.
Well, I think they didn't really care, man. Everybody else was saying what they wanted to say, so it really wasn't. Some of the other people were saying stuff even worse than him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so that's all I have to say. You got Hulk Hogan trying to, rip shirts up. You 195 years old. Trying to rip shirts up.
Why would he rip the shirt off? He had another shirt on.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You got people imitating Joe Biden. You got a little everything going on, man. And I think that's really been like the funniest thing to me of the whole thing is just all these old guys coming after each other. They both even at the beginning, Joe Biden would do something that was just like, man. And then here you go, Trump. He gonna try to talk about it. So it just was it was the whole circus, the whole first beginning of the whole process to me.
Yeah.
Just
I want to say both candidates. You know what I mean? you tell both candidates are kind of out of touch. Well, both candidates are out of touch with the people. Because you get, even when the dude was talking, the comedian was doing his roasting and stuff, like the audience really was not like, they didn't really wasn't responding to the stuff he was saying. You know what I mean? They were kind of bored. You know what I mean? They didn't like, they weren't laughing, or they weren't really like enjoying it, or they didn't understand it or whatever. They were out of it. But same thing like with Kamala. Kamala the same way. She's had some moments that were like cringe also during her thing. I think she started off with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't think that went well with the audience or with anybody. Like, what? We twerking for votes now? What's going on?
Yeah, because I was tripping. Like, even what Dr. Phil was saying, I was like, what are you talking about? You know, this country was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not equal outcome. What? What did y'all say? I mean, it was a whole bunch of just, you know, you got a dude talk about people on the internet, you know, think they tough and bad, but you not tough until you got shot in the face and come back from it. What? You know, it like this whole election has just been a lot of rambling, man, and nobody's really talking about the issues, like what Americans want to hear about. And even the debates, you know, there's a whole circle going around the issues, that the topics that everyone wanted to hear about, nobody really talked about.
Yeah. I swear, if I see one more commercial about abortion or about transgender in bathrooms, I'm like done. I'm like, those are not even the two major issues, but that's the only two issues that the parties are bringing up because they're easy talking topics and they get the people fired up. But nobody's talking about the economy. Nobody's talking about major issues that people have concerns about.
Yeah.
Everything is trans. The bathrooms. I'm so tired. Like I don't care what bathroom people use.
Yeah.
Like, I want, as long as I'm making money, you can use whatever bathroom you want to use, man. But I'm worried about this job. I'm worried about this money coming in.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my groceries being $500 every time I go to the grocery store. I want to talk about that stuff. I don't care about no bathroom or no abortion or none of that stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, when I wake up in the morning, well, when I go to sleep at night and see gas $2.22, and then I wake up in the morning and see gas $2.79, I ain't liking that. I ain't feeling that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, you know, I go to the Buc-ee's or something like that. There's a Buc-ee's out this way. They're making deals. Like, if you get the top car wash, then like the other day I was there, their fuel was like $1.82. And then diesel, I think it was like $2.34 or something like that. And I was like, man, so if we can just, you know, come back to them prices, man, hey, I'll be a happy camper.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Pretty soon these doggone prices won't be able to afford to go to the bathroom or go drive to the abortion clinic. Shit.
Hey, since we on voting, man, I'm gonna keep it with the vote so we can knock the voting out. The other day, you know, it was a tragic day. We lost again. Cowboys to the 49ers. And at the end, Bosa was during his interview, press conference interview, a MAGA hat. So everyone's brought up to the attention, how is this different from Colin Kaepernick just taking a knee?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, ironically, it's the same dang team. Ironically, it's the same dang team. I think, you know, I'm all freedom of speech and stuff like that, but I mean, the NFL has been, stricter than the NBA. But I know the NBA gets upset when you wear other teams' gear, when you wear other stuff like that. But the NFL has been even stricter on these things, and it's just weird that he didn't get a fine, nothing. He wore the hat, I'm all freedom of speech, but we what the NFL say, during the taking the knee thing, and when people were wearing their stuff and saying their stuff about the police and all that stuff. I think Colin Kaepernick, you remember he wore the socks with the pigs on them, and they made a huge deal about that, and he was just using his freedom of speech then, but they made a big deal about that. So I think we kind of see how things really are. I hate to be blame it on race and say he's got the complexion for the, for, I hate to be it, but they don't prove us different. The NFL's not proving us different. They said nothing about it. He wasn't fined. There's no big protest or nothing about it. I think it's kind of ridiculous that the NFL's failed to say anything. And then when he had the opportunity to talk to the reporters, you're wearing the hat, he had the opportunity to address it. He said nothing. He was quiet on it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about my affiliation and all of that. Well, no, you didn't put the hat on. Let's talk about it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. We got
I think. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that I just think that it's you know what I mean. You're in a professional setting, like they say when people do it. You're in a professional setting. You're on the field. Like if you were to interview after the game or whatever, so be it. But hey, you're at work right now. Don't wear it. I've got, know what I mean?
Right. Nah, we got a comment from Mr. Terry Roy. He said most of the owners are MAGA people anyway. Well,
True. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, man. It's everywhere, man. Who you rub elbows with, that's who you're gonna go with, even if they're completely wrong. And their ethical views and everything could be totally wrong, but you're gonna ride with them till the wheels fall off. I felt the same way, man. Because I'm like, he used the platform. And we had a perfect example on social media today with the guy going in North Carolina poll with the same thing. He wore a cap endorsing someone. You can't do that, people, when you're voting. Just to let you know, you can't go in there with the MAGA or even any type of literature.
Any candidate.
Yeah, any candidate.
Signs or anything, yeah.
So, just to let y'all know, don't go in there because, some counties might let it ride, but the lady just asked him to take his hat off. So, and that's the same thing with him, when Kaepernick made his stand, or shall I say kneel, it was nothing different from him taking the platform. That's all they did. They both took a platform to show what they, pretty much believe in and show their views on it. It's sad that we're still dealing with this to the day, just not as much equal opportunity as you would think.
I want nothing wrong with anybody, whatever people agree with or not agree with. But when
you're breaking up again, you're breaking up pretty bad. Hey, while we wait on we can't hear you too well. Keep riding on that track.
Okay.
While we wait for Ike to get back, Mr. Terry Roy, he made to mention most MAGA voters wear red or white to vote in. Yeah. Nah, definitely. That's facts. Um, but like you said, you can wear the colors. That's perfectly fine. It's just, guys, you cannot wear any type of literature while you're voting. It was a little altercation at the voting registration in North Carolina, but I mean, it's just it's sad that one person, because the complexion of his skin, he can't take a stand for, I mean, a lot of bad things that's happened in his lifetime, not to mention what happened to possibly maybe his uncles or other family members. And another, guy of a different complexion, he can wear that cap, or he can, say, certain things that might offend, others. So, we just want equal. That's what I think we've always fought for: equal opportunities, just like the other man. There's nothing different from me or someone of a different complexion. We all have the same bones. We all have the same blood. Might be a different blood type, but hey, we're all God's creation, so treat us just as fair as you treat the other man. So I think that's gonna be it. As far as voting, like we said, please go out, vote tomorrow, last day of early voting, 7 to 7, and then also election day. If you ain't made it, will be Tuesday. Please go out and vote. If you don't vote, do not say anything after this election. You can't say, "Oh well, I don't know why we got this person. I don't agree with that." You can't say you don't have a voice because you didn't use the opportunity to go down and vote on who you believe. But before you go and vote, please do your research. Stop. It's a lot of you young people. You're going off of TikTok posts and Twitter posts. Go out here and research about these people yourself, and then you vote. You make that vote. It's something that, I mean, it seems so simple, but we're making it kind of hard because we're just going off of, we become a generation or a people, a sheeple generation where one person says this and it's golden. Now go out here and do your research and go out here and vote. All right. So that's it. That's it on the vote. I swear. Hopefully. Um, the next topic we're going to talk about is the Colts quarterback, Mr. Richardson. Uh, they benched him the other day because he said he was tired. Now I'm kind of mixed on this topic. Because the Colts, they ain't really been too great this season. So I mean, he's been having to run. Oh, hold on. We got one more thing on the vote. We got Mr. Terry Roy. We appreciate you for joining us tonight. He's saying the numbers are very low in Jefferson County. Out of the 148,000 registered voters, less than 70,000 have voted. So please, people, please get up and vote. There's plenty of different places you can go to. Trust me, it's very easy. It's very, very easy process. It's not going to take a long time. Go out, vote. I did it the other day. It took me probably about 3 minutes, if that. Walked right in, went to the desk, showed my ID, gave me the ballot, fill out the ballot, put it through the machine. Real simple, easy process, people. Please, please go out and vote, because that's crazy. That's less than half, of registered voters. So please get up, Beaumont, wake up, Jefferson County, and go out and vote. It's very important. This is a crucial time in our economy. Everyone's watching. The world is watching. They always do, but the world is really watching the American people. And your vote does matter. Everyone votes matter. So please get out and vote. Uh, It's a very critical time. So, like I said, Mr. Richardson, hey, he obviously, Mr.
right.
Richardson. Oh, there you go. There you go. We hear you better.
Yeah.
I was bringing up the last thing Mr. Terry Roy he had just posted. The numbers are very low in Jefferson County. Out of 148,000 registered voters, less than 70,000 have voted.
Yeah. I got my theory on that, Mr. Terry. I think like last big election, I think the Democrats had a strategy of early voting, so the numbers are coming they favor early. But I have heard some Republicans saying that they were going to wait till election day to vote so they can't cheat. I don't know exactly what that means, but I heard from a few big MAGA people that was part of their strategy. Wait to voting day so they can't cheat. That was the conspiracy they're telling each other there. So it might jump up on that day, which is going to be kind of silly when the numbers come in, because a lot of these states' numbers, the first numbers are going to be showing blue, and then some of them are going to flip to red. So I think we pretty much know where Texas is, but yeah, I heard that was a strategy for some reason.
Yeah, that's a crazy strategy. That's a crazy shit.
It's
I mean,
let's go.
it's gonna be the same machine, man. It's gonna be the same machine, the same ballot, ain't nothing changed.
Look, everybody, people come out with they strategies. I'm expecting. I think that's going to be the crazy part. It's not just I don't think more people are worried about the election on its own. I think people are worried about after the election and what's going to happen, because we know somebody's going to say it was cheating if they lose. Well, either party lose or win, they're going to say, hey, they was cheating. But I think and then if they lose, you don't know, some of these people are ready, to take arms. So
Yeah.
it's the election. Like I could really care less. I don't think neither one person is going to fix it, but it's the after election is what I'm worried about. Either way, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's definite. That's a definite. Keep it prayers for America. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Prayers for
Yeah.
America. People
Two
already
things too.
crazy.
Yeah, two things too. That you talk about the guy who would refuse to take off his MAGA hat at the polls. Now he did catch something. He caught a couple things. He did catch a felony for fighting on the lady. But he did receive a 2-piece.
Nah, it's already getting crazy, people. I mean, you had that in North Carolina. You had in Florida. They were doing a Democratic little meeting, rally, whatever you want to call it. And you had a kid come out there with a machete, just winding the machete. And this was older women. He's 54 and 71. Like, what are we doing, y'all? Like, I understand that you might not like the other candidate, but it really doesn't need to go that far. They can only be there for 4 years.
Yeah,
We've endured worse, over 4 years. So, it is what it is. Do your due diligence and go talk to the people then. If you feel like, hey, you're making the wrong choice, debate with somebody,
I don't recommend that.
I mean, you can talk. You can talk
The
about
bad part about it is you can't even debate no more, because nobody's civil anymore about elections. You can't have a civil debate about it. Everybody's too invested in, and they're going to be. I mean, we seen it today. We seen it today. Like, people are too invested in it, and they're going to prove their point. They're for sure. Their candidate is the best candidate and has no flaws. That's how people feel on both sides of the aisle. And we all know the truth. So we can't even talk about certain things that are worth debating about, trying to find solutions to some of these issues, because everybody's too invested. So whatever the other party says, it's the wrong answer. It's not going to fix anything. And it's just, we're in limbo right now. So hopefully in 4 years, we get 2 brand new candidates with some thoughtful, some great ideas on making some real change and doing some real stuff here. Yeah. So we lost you there.
Yeah, man. I don't know
All right,
what.
it's all good.
But
Yeah.
we got on Anthony Richardson a little bit, man. You know, I'm kind of I don't know. What do you think about it? So the Colts have benched Anthony Richardson. Richardson, took himself off the field, said he was tired.
He
So
tired.
I'm tired, boss. He said he tired.
Yeah.
well, in the state,
He
yeah,
tired.
man. He said he was tired. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I hear you now. So I was asking, do you think that was valid for the Colts to bench Anthony Richardson, or you think
Yeah.
that was kind of
Yeah.
excessive?
I would bench him, and I'll get ready to trade him, man. They're paying you. This is a normal job. Like, what job you can tell your boss I'm tired, and he's getting paid however millions off his rookie contract, and he's pretty much paid to do a job. Like, you don't get paid to be tired or whatever. You missed half of last season off of injury. You're coming back this season. You had all summer to rest. What are you? You're getting paid to work, so work. I don't understand it.
But I get what you're saying, but at the same instance, he done been sacked 9 times. The team is 4-4, so it ain't really a great line. If you running all game away from the defense, you might just be tired. You might
Yeah,
just be tired, and
I,
he did that against the Texans, and literally, so this is the stats for that last game. He got sacked 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now that's not even
yeah,
showing the hurries. So
yeah.
I don't know. He probably was tired, and so
Yeah.
this is what
Even if you go ahead,
uh-huh. No, this is what I'm
go ahead.
saying. Like, hey, every player they do like one of these, or man, hey man, he that's frustrating, man. I would have been frustrated too. Now he should have handled it a different way. Yes, he should have like did a little signal or been like, hey, I need some oxygen or something like that. But the man got sacked 5 games and 5 times in one game, man.
Yeah. I say this, even if you are tired, you could be tired, but don't say it out loud. Like, say, I think somebody, I meant to send that to you. I don't know if you've seen that with the one guy, he had shared how many quarterbacks under 26 are being benched. I think it's like 6 or 7 of them under the age of 26 that are benched. Will Levis, um, what's his name in Carolina, Bryce Young. It's 6 of them. I don't have the names in front of me, but 6 of them benched. You know what I mean? All and he asked the question: is there a quarterback development problem in the NFL? And I think there is. I always like the quarterbacks that get to sit down and get some time. But on the other hand, if you're a high draft pick, quarterback, you're supposed to be NFL ready, right? That's what it say, right? You're supposed to be starting quarterback ready to go. And if you know what I mean, if you get drafted high, you're gonna get drafted on a suck team. That's just how it is. So I get that he might be tired, but on the same note, you can't say that you're tired. You got to push through, work. Heck, just say, hey, work Flacco in there. Flacco, this is the thing he needs to be worried about. Flacco is not a bum quarterback. You could very well not see any more time, and they can go back to the draft and draft again.
Yeah.
And you are still on your rookie contract. The big contract is the second contract. So you saying you tired and you quit and you done missed half a year being hurt. You done missed the season being hurt. Now you saying you tired. Like, who gonna want to pay you the big money on your second contract?
Yeah. Mr. Terry, who said he think Richardson's mentally checked out, and then he says the defense have become more complex in the NFL, and these young quarterbacks can't handle it.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I was gonna point to as well. A lot of these quarterbacks, they're not ready, man. They're not ready, and I mean, they might get picked on that first round, but still they're not ready. They're not ready.
No.
They need to sit under somebody and get it right, man. They need to sit under Jameis Winston and get that.
But that's the thing too with them throwing them out like this. There's not a whole lot of Geno Smith stories where they're going to give a lot of these guys a second chance. You know what I mean? There's a lot of these quarterbacks. There's a lot of these quarterbacks, you know what I mean, that are being benched that might not seize the starting position again. They're going to end up back up somewhere if they lucky.
Yeah, one and done.
Yeah,
one and done because that's how they're getting these guys. They're wanting them to start once they because they waited so long to get a quarterback, and they're expecting them to hey shoot, come on. You did this in college.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We got another comment from Mr. Terry. He said, like Mahomes, he's not a great quarterback. He's always running for us. Hey, man, they're right. The narrative for Mahomes, man, they trying to get him Super Bowl champ 3 years in a row. To, I guess, take down Tom Brady. I don't know what's going on because it's been some weird runs for Mahomes that I've been questionable about. Like, oh yeah, y'all ain't gonna hit him. Like he right there. He's not fast.
Yeah. That boy good, but he ain't that good, man. I don't know. The referee's been helping out a lot too.
And we got a comment from Chad King. It say, well, it's like Greenberg said this morning. That for more young quarterbacks are ruined in today's NFL than developed. RG3 was ruined and not developed.
Yeah. RG3. I mean, you got to get into a good situation too. RG3, Vince Young. I think Vince Young could have been a great NFL quarterback, but he had the wrong coach who didn't believe in him. And like I said, they jumped him out there early, but he was doing good when he was out there. He just didn't have the backing of the coach. As soon as the coach could get rid of him, he got rid of him.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a Chase Daniel, man. Been in the league since 2010. Still got a job. Ain't got to do nothing but go practice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, that's the job, boy. That's the life.
Daniel Jones have a sucky year, then still get the big contract. The second contract still get the big contract. I don't know what the Giants will think.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Now, what was you about to say?
Nah, I was gonna say. I mean, even looking at Mahomes, Mahomes set behind. I mean, he ain't sit behind long, but he did
Yeah,
sit behind. What's his name in Kansas City? He wasn't a bad quarterback either, but he sat behind. Let the game catch up to him. Jordan Love, and Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers benefited the most out of it, even though Brett Favre really didn't help him, and then Aaron Rodgers didn't help Jordan Love either. But they still, they still that time behind and seeing stuff, they were able to, be better
that's true.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, Chad has said, got to remember a lot of these quarterbacks that are successful in college played behind a senior or junior for a couple of seasons before they played in the game. So yeah, I mean
Yeah,
and that's always been a thing with me, man. How are you gonna make this dude first round draft pick and he only got 1 year in college? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I
How
mean,
are you
some of
gonna?
these. I mean, look at Miami. You got these 9-year players in Miami and Alabama and stuff like. Some of these guys should be pro, coming out looking like pros. But I mean, you see the same thing. And I won't lie. I tell you who's next gonna be suspect in the league. I believe Shadua. I know people Shadua fans and everything, but you look at how he playing right now. I don't know how long he plan on staying in college, but I mean, Shadua might not be college. I mean, he might not. I don't think he's gonna be pro ready his first year. I'm hoping they don't try to throw him out there that early.
I
But
don't think none of them should be thrown out. That
yeah,
first year, man. I know you got those teams. That they like, hey, we gotta have you come out. You know what I mean? Your
yeah.
Carolinas, now Jacksonville, which is crazy. I thought Sunshine was gonna be the savior for
I
Jacksonville, but
thought so too. And he,
oh, Trevor.
he yeah, and he looked like a pro quarterback in college too. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. And Trevor just, I don't know, just Jacksonville just went downhill this year. Uh, so I don't know. I don't think any of them really ready. I think like it goes back to kind of what Mr. Terry was saying. Um, I think it's more easier for defense.
yeah,
Defense is more easy to transition to the pros because I mean, like he said, that the defense is way more complex, and a lot of these guys been at it, and they kind of can bait you in nowadays. They'll bait you
yeah,
into that interception, and you'd be like, man, I didn't even. He was way over here, or he was looking like they're good they're good at baiting these quarterbacks are throwing these picks. Uh, Miss Terry said Shador would be a practice squad player.
yeah, yeah. He's not. I mean, right now I don't know what his plans is, but I don't think he's ready for the league. Not at
He's
quarterback.
Yeah, nah, he gonna be a quarterback in the league. He just give him time to develop, man. Every year he's
Yeah.
gotten better. I cannot lie. His
Now, do you
stats.
think because quarterbacks already come with the big head? Now we got quarterbacks with NIL deals. Do you think that affects the quarterbacks that come out?
Yeah, that I do believe it, because every player was more to me humble and more hungry.
Yeah.
These kids, they can literally like what was that kid the other day? He just retired. And I'm like, retired in college? That wasn't even a thing. But nah, a lot of these players are retiring in college. They don't have
Yeah.
to play in the pros. They can
Yeah.
make more than enough money to get them going, starting businesses, buying real estate, whatever they want to do, invest in stuff. Uh, but yeah, I don't think they're as hungry as the players of the past were coming into the NFL.
Hey, talking about that, man, players that could have retired with NIL deals if they had NIL deals back in the day. Who you think could have retired in college off the NIL day if they were available back in the day? I'll name the first one, man. I say Tim Tebow could have retired. He
Oh
had
yeah,
such a big old following. He would have made so much money in college.
Johnny Football.
Oh yeah. Well, he did get not, technically he did have an NIL.
Yeah, Johnny Football, Desmond Howard. I mean, it's so many
Reggie
players.
Bush.
Oh yeah,
Reggie
Reggie
Bush.
Bush. Yeah, Vince Young. I mean, he would have got both of them would have got a lot. Well, heck, both of those teams would have made a lot of money. Texas
Oh
and
yeah.
US,
Oh yeah.
Barry Sanders, Earl. I mean, it's a lot of different players. Like if
Yeah.
they would have just touched a bit. We got a lot of comments coming through and say Trevor will be fine one day, just not today. BYU and those 25-year-old sophomores out on a mission trip with 2 to 4 years. Yeah, that is suspect, man. BYU always get away with that crap, man. But he also asked about how about that Travis Young, he double up on and off the field. Twins all the way. But
Yeah.
he put Eric Dickerson, Billy Sims, Earl Campbell. Yeah. These players, if they would have had that opportunity and then to even transition to basketball. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of them dudes wouldn't have touched. A lot of them dudes wouldn't touch the pro level. They would have been good. They would have had crazy college content.
Yeah, man.
Shoot.
We ain't even talking about basketball,
Yeah.
It's insane. And I don't even know how is the baseball doing it. We ain't even gonna get on that. Let's get back on the topic, man. Let's get back on the topic.
Well, you know who makes the real quick, you know who makes the most money off of NIL deals, huh?
I think it was a swimmer or somebody.
No, gamers. They're getting the biggest deals. These kids playing video games.
Man.
They're getting the biggest deals off the NIL, which is crazy to me. I tell you, y'all sending them kids to football practice and Little League and AAU and stuff. You better keep them in the house on that video game. I don't want you getting up until you beat Call of Duty.
Hey, we gotta get to the next topic because we got two
Go
more
ahead,
topics.
man.
Next one we're gonna talk about is what is up with that Dwayne Wade statue? What is up with that?
Man, look.
Man, I'm gonna try to pull it up while you talk about it because that's
I've got a theory on it, man. And my theory is this is what happens when schools STEM, they push and they forget about the arts. And it's catching up with us now. And people that forgot about the arts, nobody's making the kids sing, play instruments, or draw and do artwork. And now got these dudes with out here making statues. Education system, man. We need to get back to art.
Yeah, that statue is horrible, man. I'm like, who is this? It looked like Dwayne Wade if he was like 95 years old. Like the crap was just horrible, man. Just horrible. One comment I saw it had me rolling. One of the comments the guy was like, "Man, where are the black sculptors? Like, where are they at?" I think the only one, the best one was old boy Ed Reed. Ed Reed statue was, I don't know who did it, but it was real nice. It was real nice. I guess we lost Ike, but he'll be back. But yeah, man, if y'all have time, go back and look at this statue of D Wade. I don't know who did it. I don't know who's been doing these statues. Like they've been doing a horrible, horrible job. But whoever's done that Ed Reed, I mean, it was spot on, spot on. You know, so let's get some better sculptors, man. I guess we need to get some more black sculptors because I mean it's just been sad. It's just been sad.
Yeah. You know, we went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame a couple years ago, and we seen all of the.
I guess my computer's acting up as well.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Nope. I don't know. I was just gonna say we went to the Hall of Fame in Canton a couple years ago, and we seen all of the Hall of Fame trophies, man, and they were sculpted pretty good. But I don't know between this between this one and Allen Iverson and the Kobe Bryant, like I don't know what's going on with these. Let us know what you think about them. All right, you say you hear just fine there. Thanks, Chad. Let me see what Chad said. He said, everyone except MJ, he need to cover all them bets. He said, how is playing video game with job? I don't know, but I know they making a lot of money, and I missed it. Oh, and Chad said, this is not art. That art, that's art on heroin. That is bad. Maybe he had a nightmare. Oh, so yeah, man, it's been crazy here. Give Jonathan a chance to come back on there. He's got the topics for us. But I don't know. I don't know. That was a horrible, horrible statue. It didn't even look like Dwayne Wade. All right, Jonathan say he's about to jump back on. Hurry up, because I'm dying out here. That's all good. Let's keep it moving then. Let's keep it moving. Dang, I'm trying to remember what other topic he had. Well, we got. All right, cool. Let me see. I'm just getting in the house here. Let me see. All right. Yeah, we get on. We got the Houston Texans playing tonight. They're playing the Jets. Who do y'all got going? Who y'all got winning this one here? Houston should win it easy, but we also got it's Halloween. The Jets have been doing horrible. Aaron Rodgers' team and everything that he created is trash. Is trash right now. It's not working. So I still got Houston winning, but it is Halloween. Anything can happen. It's the NFL going on. Oh. What else we got going on? There you go.
Yeah, I had to go on the phone.
Well, I'm glad you came back on because I was dying.
Yeah, nah. The only last thing we that I had for us was the breaking news of Young Thug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Young Thug. You know, a somewhat free man. Yeah, he pleaded guilty. He got sentenced for 40 years. 5 years was supposed to be for prison, but they gave it. They let him go with the prison time since he's been in jail for since May 2022. And then so I think he's on probation for about 15 years. If he do anything wrong, I think he'll get sentenced to 20 years. What are you thinking about that?
No, did you read everything the judge is mandating him?
Nah, I didn't read everything.
So the judge, that's what I thought you was really gonna hit on. The
I
judge is
can't.
like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so I can't pull it up.
Oh, okay. Um, the judge is making him saying that he can't rap about gang stuff no more. Saying he's got to do 4 concerts and talking about positive stuff and bad gang stuff. He can't hang out with certain people who are gang affiliated. She gave him his passport back, but then he can't stay in, like, I guess the main part of Atlanta. And it's like 7 or 8 things she added on there, which I think some of them are borderline, like, how you gonna tell somebody they can't rap about? We still got freedom of speech, so you can't really tell him, what he can or can't rap about. Like some of them are like questionable on, are they going too far to me? But yeah, it's some wild, wild stuff they added in there that he can't do.
It's the state of Georgia. Chad, Chad say he rap about wearing dresses and nail polish. Oh man. Nah, man. I mean, hey, you this how I put it. You rather do that or you rather sit in that prison that whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do them concerts and all that. I'll do a look. I'll make some albums quicker than Tupac, man. On positivity,
Rapid. We are the world. We
boy. I have Brenda's got a baby song, the mama, dear mama, and everything, boy.
Oh
But
yeah.
did you hear his speech?
Nah, I ain't hear it.
Yeah, yeah. He had a little, sentimental speech before everything was read out, apologizing to everybody, to his mom and children and all that type of stuff. Um, my thing is, do you think things will change?
Uh oh, my bad. With him,
Yeah.
man, nah. Look, I ain't believing none of these dudes. Lil Durk messed it up, man. Lil Durk said all my life he was singing about changing. He's singing about changing and planning murders and stuff. Allegedly, there's yeah. I don't believe none of them no more, man. They all lying. So he had me with him. Like, oh man, he trying to change his life. I'm singing all my life. I'm singing the song with him. They trying to keep me down. I ain't trusting none of them, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's I still don't understand why these guys is putting this stuff in the music. It baffles me. I get it. Like my thing is, and I always go back to 50 Cent, and he did it the right way. And he tries to tell these guys, "Hey, get your hardest album out, your first album. When you make that money, you can't talk about this stuff no more. You know, do you're not doing that anymore. You out here,
Yeah,
you can't talk about that anymore.
yeah,
So stay away from it. And that's really all the judge is saying. Like, if you feel like, because I think one of his things was, I felt like, I missed out on my opportunity. I got a great opportunity, and I failed. So here's your second opportunity. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna change? I hope you're gonna change, but in the same instance, can he change?
yeah. Hey, I tell you where it starts at. You got to get rid of some people. You got to get rid of some of your friends. You got to get rid of some of them street dudes. You got to leave them alone.
Yeah, but
And sometimes,
I'm saying, like, is the other side gonna allow you to change?
yeah,
And that's the thing. That's key to me. Like, you pled guilty.
yeah,
So now, I mean, it's not like those other individuals ain't know, but you've confessed this. You know, is that other side gonna allow you, that opportunity to change, the opportunity to do And that's what I feel like all these other guys that got out of it and start doing other things, real estate or acting, movies, whatever it is, owning labels. Um, I think they use their opportunity wisely. That's all I can tell him. Use your opportunity wisely. I would say move from wherever you're living so people don't know where you're living. Change everything, change your numbers, all that, you know what I mean? And move even more differently than you were before.
Yeah,
Uh, that's all I can tell her.
yeah, yeah. That's it. You got to move different. Got to get rid of some people in your life. Uh, I mean, you got to separate them because they're gonna keep you down. And you could tell who. I mean, we all know who trying to do something or whatever. And I'm telling you that keeping it real stuff. Sometimes you you got to keep your butt out of jail. You know what I mean? That hey, your reality. I mean, honest, being all honest, man. Like when you get to a certain level, like it's a different way of keeping it real. Like I can't keep it street real if I'm not in the streets, and you ain't in the streets no more. You know what I mean? You can't do the street stuff no more. You didn't elevate it above that. You got an opportunity to get away from that. So get
Yeah.
away. You
At
know
the
what I
end of
mean?
the day, hard only gonna get you so far.
Oh yeah,
We out here, we trying to be real men and we got real situations. So when keeping it real goes wrong.
yeah, yeah. I mean, just like that. I mean, we all got kids. You know what I mean? Hey, when we had them kids, after a while, after some nagging and some stuff, after a while, you just had to give up some of the. Hey, man, I can't go to clubs no more. I can't do this kind of stuff no more, man. I got stuff to take care of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we grown. We grown out
yeah,
here. But yeah, man, that's all I tell all these aspiring rappers and stuff like that, man. Uh I get it. You might have had to do things to, get into the business or whatever, to get the money, have the money to pay for your videos and stuff do cost. But when you get to that certain height, drop all that, man. And you ain't gotta like act, you ain't gotta, I wouldn't say act, but you ain't gotta keep going back to where you came from, unless you're doing something to help. If you're
yeah,
going back to build that neighborhood or build up the people in the neighborhood, that's all good.
yeah.
But if you're going back to do what you were doing, like there's no growth, man. There's no
No,
growth. And it's not helping the youth behind you. You
no,
know what I mean? You're not showing them, hey, there is another way, and you ain't gotta, do that. You ain't gotta do what I did. So
no. Yeah, because these young people just copying and doing all of this stupid stuff that y'all doing and thinking they just as cool. I mean, it's
yeah,
irresponsible. Did
yeah,
you hear everything that Lil Durk did though, man? I know Chad said with keeping it real going wrong, Dirk.
yeah,
Did you-
yeah,
I thought it was just the dude snitching on him, but apparently, like apparently they shot at the dude, but he had got the dude's tickets to fly to San Diego to do it, from Chicago to San Diego. And he paid for the rental car and everything. And then they had it all on camera. They got the text messages. Like it ain't just the dude with the rate, with the record them that got him. It's a bunch of other dumb stuff that he
yeah, 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 man. So no, I know y'all. That's y'all little turn crashing out. Don't even give it the opportunity, man. Just go
did.
out here, do your thing. Stop with all the beef, all the fake beefs. You know what I mean? Just do your job, do your due diligence. You know, you said you were getting in that to get out of what you were in.
Yeah,
So do that and stay out of it. Don't go
yeah,
back.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't go back. So,
No.
that's why, you know, a lot of people give shout outs to like your TI, his plug. He let him, get out the game and go rap, and they're like, man, we respect that. because you allowed him to get out of the situation, and he was gonna pay him back. And the dude was like, "Nah, pay me back by staying out of here." And
Yeah,
that's a real dude right there. That's
that's
good
that's
looking.
that's that's, that's keeping it real. MC
Yeah.
Hammer, MC Hammer, the same way he kept it real. I ain't joking. I'm being for real. He employed just about everybody out of Oakland. Everybody who was from the streets, he employed, gave him jobs, you know what I mean? It ain't last long because he spent his money crazy, but he did employ just about everybody from the hood and try to take people out. He tried to make a big difference,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Hey, man, we over on our time now, man. We over on
That's
time.
it. That's it. That was the last topic, man. That was the hot topic. Young Thug and Dirt. That's it.
Hey man, thank y'all for watching, man. Thanks for the comments. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button, man. We appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out with us on Halloween with us, man. So if you're going out there, man, be safe, be careful with them.
We got
Be
orange
careful.
and black on. What the
Yeah, that's the work clothes. Yeah, that's the work clothes. Hey, and I was not on the tracks, John. You try to get me fired. I was not on the tracks.
I don't know, man.
I just want to put it out there, man. Things be getting back and stuff, man. I ain't trying to get back. Thank y'all for watching. Be careful out there, man. I already seen some crazy people in Lumberton on my way back to Beaumont, man. It's some wild stuff going on out there tonight. Y'all be careful. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next time here on the 3200.
Peace.
3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32 double O, let's go. 3200, but